It's the Tito Bonito Show. Oh my God, we are back. We got a good ass episode for y'all today. And it's a live fundraiser for the Burlesque Hall of Fame. So make sure you donate and help us out. Uh-oh, it's another episode, y'all. I know you want to tune in because we got a stellar lineup yet again. Hey, everybody's in the building. We're gonna start in just a moment. The Tito Bonito is my favorite show. The Tito Bonito, he's a big homo. Hey, ooh, Totally Mads is in the house. And now, welcome to the Tito Bonito Show. Tonight, we have very special guests, burlesque icon Lola Van Ella, and queer star Ryan Leslie Fisher. And now, the host and the most problematic male burlesque performer you know. Please make some noise for the Cuban Missile Crisis of burlesque in your homes, Tito Bonito. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another magical edition of the Tito Bonito Show, coming to you live from wherever the hell I am in California. Yes, I am still only wearing this exact same outfit from every episode. And yes, I have no pants on, so it is business up top, problematic on the bottom. What's up, y'all? I am your host for the evening, Tito Bonito, and I'm very excited to have you all join us today because we have one of my favorite people in the world joining us, and we also have another newbie in my life that I love very, very much, who's going to be bringing you some fun times. We're going to play some games, get to know them a little bit more. But before we get started, I do want to make sure that I shout out the fact that tonight's episode, if you are watching live, is a live fundraiser for the Burlesque Hall of Fame. So far, we've raised about $75 for the Burlesque Hall of Fame doing this, so it ain't that much, but it's something. So help us please keep the art of burlesque alive by supporting the museum in Las Vegas and the Burlesque Hall of Fame. You can find out more information at burlesquehall.com, or you can just donate directly to me and tip me because I'm a broke ass motherfucker. So hit the link in my bio on Instagram, titobonito.com/links. Yo, I got everything that you need in your life. But also, I do want to make sure that we shout out the fact that if you really want to take a gander at the goods more than what you see here, hit me up on OnlyFans. I got getting a little free with what I'm showing on there. Also, tune in to find out what's going to happen on the next episode of the Tito Bonito Show. You got to stick around for that because next episode is going to be big. So I want you guys to be able to find out what it is and what we're going to find out. We have some exciting news that we're going to bring up to you today, but before we get into that, I do want to bring on our very first guest for the evening, who is an international burlesque singing, producing, dancing, instructing, and singing individual. They are not only one of the premier names in burlesque, but on top of that, they're also the CEO of Van Ella Production. Please, without any further ado, help me welcome to your screens the amazing Lola Van Ella. Look how beautiful you are.
Hello.
Hi, gorgeous.
Hi, friend. How are you?
Good. How are you? I'm going to set up this little moment so that people can tip you this evening.
Oh, nice.
Bam!
You're extra entertaining.
You are always entertaining. Lola, you are awesome.
Hey.
How are you? How's life?
I'm great. I wasn't planning on sitting in my boudoir, but then I thought it was cute in here because I have a bunch of shit everywhere. So I thought, that's real life. Let's do it here.
I'm loving that. That's real as hell. Because you have been doing burlesque for, I can say, because it's on the directory, over 15 years.
Correct.
So you've been around
very, very long time. Mm-hmm.
And we love that because that is education. You have experienced so much in this field. And one of my favorite things to brag about when I'm talking about you is how eloquent, and that is one of my favorite things about you, is how eloquent and how articulate you are about why you do burlesque, about pretty much everything. but just especially like if the TED Talk that you have on YouTube is one of my favorite videos, and I watch it a couple of times because
Thanks.
it's super empowering, and it's interesting because I hate admitting that, but a lot of people do kind of look at sex work adjacent things as they're not going to be as
Mhm.
smart or brilliant or understanding, and
You
you are
know it.
like all of that. Has that always been something that you've been like? Have you always wanted to kind of break the mold and do
That's
your own thing?
great. Great. You're just hard hitting. I love it.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's funny because when they offered me the opportunity to do a TED Talk, they approached me, which was like I was very flattered, and they said, let's meet for some wine. It was like these two older white guys, like we're sitting down, and I was like, they knew who I was, and they clearly were like, let's talk about burlesque, but they did not intend on necessarily giving me a spot to do a speech. They thought, well, maybe you could do a short talk, but really they thought maybe I would just come and do a burlesque act. And I was like, oh, no. And at the end of the pitch, they said, well, this was so great. This was so exciting. If we decide to go with you, if we decide to select you to do a talk, would you be willing to actually put together, an up to an 18-minute presentation? And I said, oh, I will be doing this presentation. And I said it just like that. I'll never forget it. Their mouths dropped open. I said, I will be doing the talk. I have already received this gig. I am going to be standing on stage, and I will be the most naked TED presenter that has ever happened. So thank you very much for the opportunity. I will see you at the meetings. And they sent me the congratulations like the next day. But when they asked me to do it, I specifically knew that it was an opportunity to educate people on sex work and on burlesque history, and in a way that was very confrontational. So for me, it was really exciting because I was like, I'm not going to like censor myself, and I'm definitely not going to try to be this idea of like, I hate that. I mean, I like the word classy. It's a fun word, but the connotations of classy is really shitty and classist and elitist and all that other stuff. So um, I was really excited to just be like, let's turn this on its ear. Let's show people what it really is, but still show them the juxtaposition of being, you can be, and so many, I mean, most of the sexy women I know, and men, and all kinds of people, all of them are so interesting and intelligent. They're just often not given a platform to show that.
I
So
com-
yeah.
I completely agree with that, because that one of my favorite things that you say in the TED Talk is the fact that you are the architect of your dreams, and that's, I think, so important because so many people don't. I mean, we have that opportunity more than we ever have, and I always talk about that, how blessed I feel that we have the internet to create art that we've never been able to utilize that and send it out to people ever like that before. But it's true, like, you are the architect of your life. You can literally make anything you want happen, of course with some
Right,
limitation,
right. Sure.
but that,
Yeah.
and then you being on, you wanting to be on both sides of the spectrum, you wanting to be intelligent or being intelligent, but also wanting to be sexy and wanting to make sure that people can uh not need to like be so crazy about it, but understand that you can be both.
Yeah, the Madonna whore juxtaposition is real. This idea that if you are sexy or sexual, or owning your body, or and any of that stuff, then you are not allowed to be funny or intelligent. It's just this societal ingrained idea, especially when it's attached to the feminine.
Mm.
I mean, the masculine and men. I mean, it's not good for anybody, but
Right.
there is this like this is just a random side note. I remember when I was in Rome once, and there were sexy priest calendars everywhere, and it was really like funny, but also like shocking because I mean, they were really hot. I mean, they were like, wow, these are really handsome men that are priests in Italy. Amazing. But also I was like, that would never happen. Like, it would not be okay to have like a sexy nun calendar, like in a real, I mean, this was like it wasn't a joke. Like, it was a real like Catholic thing. And I know it's just a tiny microcosm, but I just remember being like, wow, the standard is so strange and interesting, the way everything is. I mean, it's the patriarchy. It's just it's very ingrained. So
Very.
yes, it's fun to fuck with that, and to be like, uh-uh,
Yeah, and do
I'm gonna do what I want, bitch.
yeah, and honestly, it's true because that is so empowering, and it also allows other people to realize that they can do that too, especially women
Yeah,
and non-binary, genderqueer,
exactly.
every kind of individual who really had just no's thrown at them their whole lives, and it's like technically you can create what you want. Yeah, it's always going to be hard work. It's always going to be moments where you're like, should I really be doing this shit? But it's like if you know your heart and soul is in the right place and you're like growing, then you just keep moving on and then good
Yeah.
things will come.
Yes, and I love even more like how the gender spectrum and gender presentation and it has just become we are so much more it's just so much more colorful and alive, and I love that so much too because it continues to push this boundary and it continues to push the status quo and this norm that we've again been ingrained with for centuries, at least especially in our culture, in our society. It's very puritanical and all that, so it's really amazing to see all of these amazing presentations of gender, of sexuality, of femininity, of masculinity, and everything in between. God, I love it so much. It makes me so, so happy to see it. I love it.
Agreed. Agreed. But then I want to know, because that's kind of what the whole idea of this is. I just want to get to know you more because I have known you for almost a decade. You've had to put up
Yeah,
with me for a while.
I
Uh,
love it.
and we met in the Midwest because originally you lived in St. Louis and then now
Yeah.
you live in New Orleans. But I want to know a little bit more about the story of how you, Lola, got into burlesque and what like led to that journey.
Yeah, it's a classic, just the classic girl with a dream of being in musicals. It's really kind of what happened. I grew up being a ham, big shocker. I was always singing and dancing and performing literally for as long as I can remember. My mom and dad both were really nurturing of that, but I started doing musicals when I was very, very young and always was auditioning for everything I could get my hands on. And then when I graduated high school and I traveled around the country and then I got to do some other traveling, and I realized that what I really wanted to do was make my own work. And I was doing a bunch of musicals in St. Louis that were really great and it was really fun, but I ultimately was like, wow, like this is really amazing, but I'm still pigeonholed into this, either like you're either the ingenue or you're like the comic relief, especially if you're in your early 20s, like there's really no other option. Um, and and 90% of the time, the work that you're doing was written by probably a dead man, dead white guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the voice is always like from this very like not my own voice. Like the work I was doing. Even if I loved the work, it was still like, it's not my like what I would write. And that's no disrespect to Shakespeare or anybody else, but ultimately at the end of the day I was like, man, I want to be doing like my own stuff. So that's kind of how burlesque came into it. I fell into it really sort of like happenstance. I was singing in a cabaret, and one of the other performers, who is named as Marielle Alamode, who I'm still friends with, grew up in the circus, and she said, hey, I just found there's like this burlesque show in downtown St. Louis and you should totally come and be in it. And I was like, what? Like, you mean like I used to watch MGM musicals with my grandma, like Busby Berkeley and stuff, and Gypsy, and all that. And I was like, I guess is it like that? Like I had no real concept, because there wasn't a concept, because it
Right.
didn't, like, YouTube had just been invented, which is very aging. And so I was like, okay. And I went down and I saw the show, and it was very rough and like but you could see like, oh, I see what they're trying to do here. It was like so exciting. And I walked up to the manager and I said, I want to be in the show. And she said, can you start next week? And that was it.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
was it.
And but
And I
you
was in next week.
and
And
you
that was it. I never stopped after that.
and you expanded pretty like amazingly because you're not only just a performer, you're an incredible host. Let's not even talk about
Thank
Lolisbo
you.
Nito. Um, you're an incredible host. And actually one of my favorite memories from this year, which I love to hold on to, is us headlining, me, you, Jeez Louise, Frankie Fictitious, and
Oh,
Jed Adore headlining Bourbontown Burlesque Festival in
that was
Kentucky.
so fun.
That was so
That was
fun.
so
And you and Jeezy, like honestly, Jeezy, and Benzel Creme are some of my hosting inspirations because
Aw,
you really
thank
don't
you.
waste time. You know how to utilize it. You know how to make sure things end on time. You know how to be not only like super warm and engaging to the audience, but you also, which is my fucking favorite, you know how to, if you're traveling somewhere, you know how to make those jokes that are regional and like will make those people be like, oh, she knows where we're from. And and
Thanks.
it's
You
true.
know, try to do my research.
You do your research, but then on top of all of this, you also run Vanilla Productions in St. Louis. And it's like, what, like, do you have, like, is it always something cooking in your brain? Like, are you always working on stuff to, like, just better yourself? Because it feels that way.
That's really nice to hear. Thank you. Well, honestly, the pandemic and everything that's been going on this past year made me feel like not like that. It made me feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm sure this is a common, I'm never, everybody probably relates to this, but
Yeah.
I feel very much like I have no idea what I'm working on and like what is it that I really care about. But that actually has been a gift because yes, before yes, I was probably driven to madness a little bit by just like one to pay the bills, but also I just always felt like this desire and this like desperate need to constantly be creating something new. And not just like something new, but like building like this thing, like a spectacle. Like I'm very driven by creating a spectacle and like immersive, collaborative work. I don't thrive, nor do I want to just do something by myself. Like I really love it's fun. Like I'm happy to have a microphone and do an act by myself. Like I'm very grateful to have those opportunities. But if I could pick one, it would be to be on stage with like 12 other people at least, like 30 other people who are all like making something together. That's my jam right there. And so that was sort of the driving thing for me for the last, especially the last decade with Vanilla Productions. When I opened the studio and I started the Showing Burlesque Festival, it really quickly became this desire to create this like magical, collaborative, immersive experience for people. And that was always what I loved. And so when COVID hit and when everything shut down, it was like, well, definitely can't do that anymore. So what is it that what do I love? What do I care about? What do I want to make? And obviously like Lolisbo and doing like individual things on video has been so amazing. I'm so happy that we've had the time to create it. I wouldn't have had it any other way, or like it wouldn't if we wouldn't have had the time
Right.
otherwise. But I realize, and this is a gift, like the gift of time to think about this stuff. But it's been really like, oh man, like I truly miss. It's not that I just miss being on stage. I miss making work with people that I love and respect. That's what I love to do. Is making a platform for other people. Like that's what I miss the most, for sure. Hands down.
So speaking of, you should probably get on that Lili's Bonito tip
Uh-huh.
because you would give me a chance to be a part of something that I admire and love and always want to be a part of. So I'm just gonna keep telling the people to vote for Loli's Bonito.
Yes, Lola Bonito. Yes, Tito, you have been trying to get up on this Lolismo train since day one, and I love it. I mean, all aboard. Choo choo, baby. Yeah.
She said,
You're in.
"Come on, ride the train." Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I
Let's get on that caboose.
and then so right now you actually do because you also is it that you run the Shimmy Showdown as well?
You know I do.
So
You
like
know I do.
there really isn't nothing that you can't do, Lola. Like
Okay.
for real. And that was one of my favorite things because Shimmy Showdown was like this amazing wrestling but burlesque shit talking. Like
Yeah.
I cannot shit talk for nothing because I'm like
I
I'm not
can't
that great.
either. No, I'm not that good. I don't, it's really fun for me because I just get to sit back and watch. And I mean, I can't not go through this interview without talking about G's because I'm contractually obligated to mention her. When she won, and even before she won the Shimmy Showdown, she was shit talking so much that she's the reason why the shit talking has become so legendary is because she created the Geez Louise Boo Bitch Bye Internet Shit Talking Award. That is the official title. And so that was the first superlative we ever gave out, like in 2014. And then, other kind of superlatives came. But the Geez Louise Boo Bitch Bye Internet Shit Talking Award was created because her shit talking game was so strong. And she was so fired up and so feisty about winning the year that she won that it lives on, to this day.
Oh, legendary.
Even without the campaign, and we still are shit talking each other over it.
No, and it's legendary, and I fucking love it because you guys are literally like, you are, for lack of better word, because it doesn't feel as powerful as it should be, but y'all are entertaining. Like, y'all are
Thank you.
amazing. And you are doing some stuff right now. Like, you are working with Kitten and Lou. They have a holiday production, Jingle All the Gay. Is that what it is?
We're doing both. Yeah, we're doing two things together right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing Jingle All the Gay, which is streaming virtually, which I cannot recommend enough to everyone who's watching. It is such a good show. And in the past, that's another gift that this has given us. In the past, you only would have been able to see these productions, Kitten and Lou's, and all kinds of productions, if you lived in the city that it existed in. But now it is possible to watch all over the world. It is such a good show. And because how lucky is this that my partner, who's an amazing, who shoots, edits, and is also a part of Lelisbo, the show, she came to see me in it last year when I was in it, and she happened to be there to film and help film a promo for them. And because she got that footage, they were able to edit together a beautiful cinematic version of Jingle All the Gay. And so now with that footage, and then we shot a bunch of like adorable new skits. Yeah. If you can get it on demand, it's really, really great. So I'm doing that with them, and then we're doing a living nativity, which is like a socially distant outdoor actual like nativity.
In New Orleans. In New Orleans,
in Kitten and Lou's backyard, in their actual backyard. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's really adorable.
That's super
really
cute. Where can people watch the Kitten and Lou Jingle All the Way? All the way. All the gay.
Jingle All the Gay. It's very gay. I don't know the ticket link, but you just can go to Kitten and Lou's page, any other socials. The tickets are through there, and you just get a link and you can stream it. And then we're doing live viewings with the cast starting this Friday. And I think it's every Friday through Christmas. Yeah, and it's really cute. And there's a bunch of different options to watch it. And then the nativity, of course, is just in New Orleans. But I heard a little birdie told me today that there might be a live stream option available that's being cooked up right now for the nativity, which is really exciting.
Exclusive. That's a Tito Bonito.
Yeah, because I give birth to G's, which is both a dream and some people's fantasy, I guess. I don't know, or worst nightmare. But I finally give birth to the baby Jesus.
I need to see this. I literally need to watch Jeezy come from within your womb into the world.
Did you ever hear the story, Tito, about when the woman at Rainbow thought that I was Jeezy's mom?
What?
For real?
I think I actually have, actually.
This woman literally came up. This woman came up to me and Jeez at Rainbow, and she said, "Oh, I can't believe it happened." She said, "Oh, is this your daughter?" Or either that she said, or she said to Jeez, "Is this your mom?" I think she said, "Is this your daughter?" And I said, and Jeez started laughing really hard. And I said, "I'm sorry. How could that possibly be true? I clearly do not look old enough to be her mother.
For real.
How dare you?" And then she said, "Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's not that you look old enough to be her mother. It's just that you both look so much alike." I know. I love it.
I could definitely see that, though, because y'all be vibing the same way. Y'all be vibing. That's why I'm trying to be a part of it. Because listen, T-Boz and Chili can't do TLC without Left Eye. So let me be Left Eye. I got creep pajamas in the closet. Let's go.
You're definitely our Left Eye, for sure.
That is amazing. And we are going to do a New Year's Please show.
New Year's Please.
Like a New Year's Please show. So I finally got my wish of infiltrating the
Yeah, you badly
Lolisbo.
your way in there. Yeah, you did.
So follow
Yeah.
your dreams, y'all. You could make anything happen. You could be the architect of your dreams. Did you see how I circled back into that?
You did.
It's
You
like
circled all back. Way to tie it in. That's a good hosting trick. There you go. Tie it
right?
all up.
It's like I need
Yeah.
my own late night talk show. Like, let's go.
I mean, yeah. Look at you. Look at you.
Lola, I hate saying this, but it's almost time to go.
Yeah.
I literally appreciate so much that you joined us for, getting to know you a little bit better. And you can always come back and market anything you want.
Thanks, Boo. I'm so happy I could finally join you after that rogue appendicitis.
Shit happens. Listen.
I'm just glad that I'm here now.
Things
alive.
happen, and we are so happy that you're feeling healthier and better. And we don't want you to leave just yet because I do want to play a game with you. Is that okay?
Okay, good.
Yeah?
Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm ready.
We are going to play because Jeez Louise is, I think, y'all got to figure out who's T-Boz and Chili. But I think G's you're blonde. This is a game that was created by Jeez Louise, and it's called Name That Stripper. So remember, you don't have to work. You don't have to. Have you seen the show before? You haven't seen Tito Bonito show before, right?
I've seen the show. I've seen the show.
Okay, shit, because I kind of recycled some.
But I don't. No. But I don't think I've seen. I don't know what this is.
Oh, okay. So basically, I'm going to show you a pixelated image of a burlesque performer, and you can tell me who it is. And I've covered their face, so it's going to be a little harder, but you can always pass, and basically, it's going to be easy. It'll be fun. Are you ready?
Okay. I'm so excited.
Here's your test run. Name that stripper. That one's hard because it's like colorized, and I don't think it's a color photo.
Oh, it's colorized from black and white?
Yeah. So I will give you the hint that it is a legend.
This is a legend?
Ooh, that's tough to start off with. You can figure it out in the comments, y'all.
It's a legend, like a living legend?
No.
Oh, okay. Is it like Josephine Baker?
Hey! See? Oh, yeah, you got this. You got this. Okay. This one's another one that you definitely, Lola Demure's in the chat. She says, what's up? This is another one. Let's see if you can name that stripper.
Bitch, that is Dirty Martini.
Dirty Martini! Yeah! Yo, you got this. I'm not even worried about this anymore. I was a little nervous in the beginning. Okay, let's try a couple more. You want to try
I'm ready.
a couple more? Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was really focused. I was like, give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Give it to you. Okay, name that stripper.
Oh. This is a newer person, yes?
Yes.
Current performer.
Yes.
Is it oh my god, is it
you know it.
Yeah, I'm losing her name. I'm really bad with names. Is it Zelia Rose?
No. But she also has a very high title in the burlesque scene.
Is it Kalani Coconut?
No, girl. It's okay. This is hard. And she just posted this picture. So it's very new.
So, yeah, I really haven't seen it. But just from the body shape and the pose, I thought maybe it was one of them.
There's some tattoos on her, if that helps. You can pass.
Oh, my God. It's a current performer.
Her name is an alliteration. Alliteration, I think that's what it is.
Ooh, alliteration?
The
like
same.
Maxie Newlands?
Yeah, something like that, but she is not Maxie Newlands. I knew this was going to be hard. She's a current reigning, which is the same fucking thing.
She's current reigning?
She is, right? Yes.
Oh my God. Now I feel even dumber.
It's okay. We're going to have to pass because we can't do it forever, girl. Ready?
Who is it?
Frankie Fictitious.
I said that.
Oh, see, that was probably the internet. Then I fucked
up.
That
was the second person I said. I said Zelia Rose, and then I said Frankie Fictitious.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Okay, then you definitely got that.
I did get it.
See, you got that. Then that was the
Y'all heard me.
Y'all
heard me. I said Frankie Fictitious. I did.
I'm gonna blame my Wi-Fi because I believe that. Okay, we got two more that are super easy. This is
I'm really excited.
And if you don't know this, then I'm gonna question we're gonna take your burlesque card away. Name those strippers.
Oh, is it Kitten and Lou?
Get it in Lou. Yes. Look how cute they
Of
are.
course it is. I could tell by the cod piece and the red hair.
Oh yeah, they are literally.
And
This
Kristen
is. They should,
Wilson, I knew
I would love for
they were.
them to do a Lucy and Ricky number.
I know, that would be perfect.
I'm gonna throw that their way. Okay, one more before we have to let you go. But this one is definitely. If you don't know this one, girl, I'm just gonna exit you out of this fucking thing. Name that stripper.
Oh, God, I don't know. They look really vague. Have they been around a while? Are they working current? Are they working currently?
Oh, are any of us? I believe they are. I believe they are.
Like, are they like? Do they have talents? Like, besides, like,
I would say multi-talented. Multi-talented.
Oh.
It's not Lola Van Ella.
I was gonna say that's not me, though. You know, multi-talented would describe me.
Yeah, it might be related to you. It might be your daughter.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Some might refer to her as Lise Juiz, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it's G's Louise.
You are completely right. The honey badger of burlesque, my future baby mama, G's Louise. Make sure to check out Lola Bonito.
Yes.
In our New Year's Eve show that we are
going to... It's officially announced just now. I gotta get the poster done, Tito. Get the poster done.
Officially announced. I'm finalizing it tonight. We're going to make this shit work. We're going to make this work. I love you so much, Lola. Thank you.
I love you, Tito.
So much
so fun.
For coming on the show. I really appreciate it. You are literally the jam.
Thanks. I love you, boo.
And I can't wait to watch. I can't wait to watch Jingle All the Gay and see this nativity live stream.
Yes, and episode 3 of Lolisbo, the show, is coming out. Jen is finishing the edits this week, y'all. I'm so excited. It's going to be premiering on Burlesque Galaxy, so make sure you follow Burlesque Galaxy.
Oh, and y'all got YouTube, but follow Burlesque Galaxy, because that's fancy.
No, it's going to be on Burlesque Galaxy, not on YouTube. On Burlesque Galaxy.
It's an exclusive on there. We love that. Ooh, okay. Thank you so much, Lola. I love you. I hope you have a great rest of your night.
Thank you too, boo.
Say hi to Jen for me. Bye.
I will. Love you, bye.
Show love to Lola, everybody, and make sure that you tip her. How can I donate? You can donate, I believe, to the Burlesque Hall of Fame by just clicking view on the bottom here. It should be able to do it, but if not, just DM me and then we'll figure it out, because we appreciate you so much. The link is leading me to sign in, and I forgot my password. Reset it. Reset that password. Figure it out. I'm kidding. So shout out to Lola Van Ella, who is one of the most amazing burlesque performer, one of the top 50 for several years, and the most naked TED Talk presenter. Y'all, that was a good ass time. Now we are moving on. I will say that our episode is sponsored in part by my damn self, because shit, who else is fucking funding this shit right now? But before we bring on our next guest, I will say that I love to take a little what Cuban food are you test, because you know I want croquet. Listen, nada medianoche. Y'all, I'm very excited to bring on our very next guest, who is one of the very new to my life, and I'm very excited. Pretty dumb and funny. They are a very good meme dealer. If you need some memes, I'm gonna need you to follow this next performer, an artiste who is incredible, very funny, and I have no idea what kind of shenanigans we're about to get into, but I do know that they are super fun, and I'm very excited. So please help me welcome to your screens the dandiest of all motherfuckers, Ryan Leslie Fisher. And I believe he's going to be giving you some dandy, which is his viral character. Oh, hi.
Oh, hello, darling.
Oh, this is nice to be like on the other side.
Yeah, it is. Well, darling, I thought I would just phone in and say hello, Tito.
Oh my gosh, hi. Am I calling you Ryan or Dandy? I'm sorry?
So, you can call me, my friends call me Dandy, darling.
Okay, I'm going to try to call you Daddy, okay? Because that's what I've been calling you.
Yes, I'm a baby dandy, and I'll be your baby dandy as well, darling.
Grrr, woof, woof. How are you doing? You're looking phenomenal right now, my love.
Oh, darling, I have just been resting all day. Self-care, self-care, self-care all day. And I could barely put a stitch of makeup on. I thought I'd put up this ring light and blow my face out. That's all the health you see, darling. I assure you, I look terrible. It's just the lighting.
If you look terrible, I look not as high as I am.
Not as high as you are. No, you are quite tight, darling. And let me tell you, I smoked a big fat one before this, and I am ripped.
Ooh. Well, Daddy, you are incredible. You are the creator of Friends. Look how I'm calling it Friends because I'm mixing Dandy
I
and Friends.
did have a part
And-
in Friends. Now, that's how I met Jennifer Aniston, which a lot of people don't realize. But yes. Oh, hello, woman of many coffees. Hello, darling. How are you?
Ooh. No, you're the creator of Enemies of Dorothy,
That
which is
is
a
it.
sketch comedy show. How'd you get started on that,
Thank
Daddy?
you.
How'd you get started on creating that show? And what kind of amazing things can people see while watching Frenemies? Frenemies, wow, it's like I literally don't know how to talk.
No worries, darling. I think it's just your poor connection. We all
You're
understand.
you're so quick. You're so quick at that.
And,
You
and, and by that, I mean, obviously, the synapses firing in your brain, those connections.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not the Wi-Fi. It's definitely
Not the
the
Wi-Fi.
circuits in my
It's
brain.
definitely not the Wi-Fi. Yes, no, well, of course, you can watch Enemies of Dorothy on, do you think any of your viewers here have an iPhone or one of those smartphone devices?
Perhaps. I believe that they have. Yeah, they can watch it on
You
there.
can watch it on like a laptop. If you go on YouTube, and you'll find, yes, Enemies of Dorothy sketch comedy there, darling. And honestly, now I am a man of many talents, as you were professing before. And Enemies of Dorothy, we love a good sketch, you see. Are you there, Tito?
I am,
Tito?
yes.
Thank you, darling. It's your connections, darling. There's nothing there. All right, engage for a moment. Indulge me.
You're right. You're right. You're not wrong.
I'm ripped. Yeah, well, I just wanted to put out some comedy, darling. You see, it was a gay joke.
Mm-hmm. It's a gay joke.
Where the butt of the joke is not that they are gay. So queer comedy, where the butt of the joke isn't the queers, it's just a joke. Just happens to be a gay joke. Do you understand the differentiation there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, precisely. So we set out and we did a good run. Have you been to this quaint little festival, Outfest? It is for queers. We got an encore screening there, and we're little darlings. And yes, they're quite precocious little scamps. Now, Friends of Dorothy, of course, many people attribute to Dorothy Gale of the Wizard of Oz fame. She's the one that dropped the house and such and such and such.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Lion,
is that
the
not
Tin Man, while dear friends, and definitely Lavender Men, if you catch my meaning, they're a little, all three. You thought maybe the Scarecrow went both ways, but I'll tell you, darling, he's only gone one way for a very long time. I have videographic evidence.
Is Dandy a friend of Dorothy? They want to know in the comments. They want to know
what does it mean?
No, they want to know if Dandy is a friend of Dorothy.
Yes, okay, all right. So let me get there. We all know that Judy Garland, a good friend, terrible tragedy, R.I.P. She was a big fan of the gays, and an ally, we call them now, or I suppose we would call them divas. Yeah, where she was one of, an original queer diva. Is how we say it in français. But
Ooh la la.
I spent some time. I summered in France for a good 200 years. That explains my sound. Yes. Well, no, but you see, Judy Garland, being a friend of Dorothy, was not that. It's about my dear friend, Dorothy Parker. Now, you know the poet, Dorothy Parker. She was famously pro-gay. Now, this was back in the 40s, 50s, mind you, darling. Now, if a young man was what we now call a twink, You know, he would move out west, go west, dear twink. You remember Oscar Wilde's Lost.
Mm-hmm.
And it was about young twinks on the East Coast moving out to California, where the families, you know, they couldn't accept them, so they moved out here to become famous twinks, Susan. And they couldn't find a way this way or that. You know, they still didn't like there was segregation in those times, and even if you weren't a BIPOC, you certainly were still a twink. You know, and so we're discriminated against. Hell, they're still discriminated against, and that's a whole other conversation, darling. But you see, these twinks would come out here, and you'd say, "Hello, there, boy. I just have a question for the. Would thy name be a friend of Dorothy?" As in Dorothy Parker. Now, Dorothy famously is not a lesbian, or as you and I know them as our rival sister society, the sorority Daughters of Burlesque. Now, Dorothy Parker belonged to the hets, the cis hets. Now, the thing about Dorothy Parker was she was a wonderful poet, but a terrible drunk. So she drank herself to death ultimately up in the Hollywood Hills. But, you know, the gays still use the euphemism friends of Dorothy. So where we come from now in this day and age, darling, where we're using such fascinating things as the YouTube, laptops, internet, smartphones, and such and such, and such and such and such, and such, a live show like this one, such as that. You see, we're not so PC anymore. I think it's just as good, you know, we can let the queer be the villain again. Yeah. They were famously the villains throughout all the Disney movies. We had the big daughter of Boletus of them all, Under the Sea, Ursula, queer.
Jafar.
Queer. We had Jafar, queer. Queer. The genie, queer. Aladdin, twink, queer. Jasmine, trans, queer. Ariel, trans, queer. You know, and so for a long time, you know, mostly the queer characters were thought of as villainized. And I say, let them get back to it, you know. What's the young man's name, the voodoo villain in The Princess's Frog?
In The Princess and the Frog, that's Dr. I'm going to research it really quick.
Queer.
While I research it, can I show you my favorite twink, speaking of?
Your favorite twink? Yeah, sure. Come on. Get to the good stuff. I want to do. Oh, darling. Look at that. Now, you're jesting me. I have a whole bit for this.
This photo is... I just want to know if we are going to get an OnlyFans. And that's okay if you don't want to do that, but like...
Yeah, of course. No, all the dandy fandies want an OnlyFans. But, darling, I've got something in the works there. And a little bit there, darling.
Ooh, fan it
right
up.
Now, look. It's OnlyFans here.
Oh,
darling.
I am
now there's
so...
a bit dandy. You know, I've got the whole thing cooked up, Tito. I'm not ready to release yet. But if you want some nudes, then just text me at 310-661. And, hold on, I can't remember the rest.
By the way, the villain in Princess and the...
Grab for the telegram, the digits. We'll have them in before the end of show.
Our queer villain.
We've got some digits here. Just go to Venmo.
Right. Please tip
Dandy.
Through there. Please tip Dandy so finally you can buy some makeup. Cause
can you send nudes? Can you send nudes through OnlyFans?
You can. Dr. Facilier. I was trying to say that, by the way, but we have that in the comments. That's the name of the queer villain. Even though I don't know if he's queer, but he's queer. From Princess and the Frog.
Dr. Facilier. We love him. So, you know what I'm saying? I'd say it's time to be enemies of Dorothy again. There's gays for Trump, for God's sake. Can you believe it? And, yeah, no, so there's some friends of Dorothy who are certainly enemies, or frenemies, or whatever you want it to be, darling. I think PC culture is just drab. Of course, I love a good PC, but, you know, we can relax a little, can't we? Oh, I say, you're fishing for trout in a peculiar river, darling. You were laughing at that joke as if there was some sort of innuendo.
Because
I meant nothing about it like
that. I'm sure you didn't. But you also have... I am a pervert, and you know that. You also have your own show on Instagram Live where I have taken my clothes off a little bit and been a little bit non-PC. Every Wednesday night, Dandy and Friends, right here on Instagram Live at 6 p.m. Pacific time.
Yes, that's true. It's been a long, long time.
You got
since
secrets in there in
starting.
that wig.
But we're almost coming up to our 30th episode, darling.
30th episode. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
been helping me get through the fucking pandemic. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry, darling. You sound ridiculous. I can't hear you a word edgewise with the crackling of my definitely not the Wi-Fi. But what was that? One more time, darling.
I was giving you a compliment, so if you want to hear it one more time, I'm definitely gonna give it to you. But
No,
that
I heard it. I want to hear it again.
Dandy and Friends honestly has helped me through the pandemic. You have so many amazing guests on that shit, especially
yourself, the Tito Bonito themselves. A friend of your show, Reese Walmsley, of course, has appeared on Dandy and Friends as well. We've had a lot of good fun friends come on.
we do love a Reese Wanzer.
Definitely a mixture of celebrity, like our trans supermodel friend extraordinaire, she. But we have fun characters come on all the time. Of Sally Sunshine, of course, the Joyce, the mom character comes on here and there, and there's some great characters that pop into Dandy and Friends. And yes, I thank you for the compliment, darling. I think it was very well deserved. And I appreciate it.
Dandy, I have a fun thing that I want to do with you. I want to play a game. Can we play a game?
I don't know what we're doing if we are already, but yes, I love a game. I'm always down.
You're down? Oh, you got the lingo.
Yeah, I'm super in. I'm very in. So I'm in for the game. What is it though? Explain it to me before I agree. And do I have to sign anything?
No, you literally are going to risk absolutely nothing doing this. It is a game of the utmost importance. It's called Fuck, Marry, and Kill.
Fuck, marry, and kill.
Yes. So I will show you 3 people on
murder.
Screen. I'm sorry, say that. Not your mother.
As in murder, kill.
Murder, as in murder.
Murder, kill. All right, marry as in matrimony.
Matrimony.
Love that.
And intercourse.
I love that. I'm a romantic at heart. I'll play that.
I believe that.
And what is the fuck?
It's intercourse. Trying to make a baby.
Is it gay intercourse?
It can be. It absolutely can be. We would definitely not shy away from that.
All right. Well, I'll play all 3 of those games. All right. Let's do it.
So I'm going to show you 3 people on the screen, and then you will let me know if which ones you will fuck, which one you will marry, and which one you would kill.
All right. Let's go for it.
So let's try a fun one. I went to your Facebook and tried to see what your favorite movies were. So I'm sure it was from old ass time, but we got Jim Carrey, we got Mike Myers and Austin Powers, and we got Chris O'Donnell as Robin from the Batman movies.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know any more mojo throughout centuries than Austin Powers, so I will fuck Austin Powers, that's for sure.
I'm sure Austin Powers will fuck you, but, same thing.
Absolutely. And then, all right, so up there I see our President Joe Biden, young Joe Biden there, and of course, going to save the great nation of the United States, so I must marry him. I suppose I have to kill Robin. Now, I say the boy wonder, and you do a perfect boy wonder, and boy, do I wonder why. And you see, we'll kill him off in an epic storyline. I wonder if the Robins does get killed off, doesn't it?
You are not...
A killing joke, wasn't it?
By someone that doesn't look very different from yourself right now.
Who's
the Joker?
Who's that?
The Joker. You know what you're giving me right now? Cesar Romero Joker vibes.
I knew Adam West for a while, rest in peace, and he would tell me the same damn thing, and I'd say, "Shut up, Adam West, and kiss me," and that's pretty much where that conversation ended.
That's hot. Listen,
but and I see it. You see, I'm just not insane. I took the tests, and the on-call chamber psychiatrist, we meet once weekly, and, they're not concerned, darling. They always say, I'd like to see you without the makeup. And I say, what makeup? and they say, Ryan, stop talking like Dandy. You're in therapy now. It's time to take off the makeup. And I say, darling, I haven't the slightest clue what you're talking about. But there was the most darling bird on the way in here. If you don't mind, I'm going to snap a pic for my Insta at Singing Dandy. Put it up on my OnlyFans. And then
I'm
anyway,
so mad at that.
when my aunt called, so we couldn't go.
I'm so mad at your OnlyFans right now. That is not what I signed up for. Please, I would like a refund of that. Do you want
Take it up with Bella Thorne, for crying out loud. Now, she's taken a new trade, and she's a lawyer. She represents me in court, and she has been ever since my OnlyFans lawsuit started. Everyone wants a refund these days. Well, how about a fund? And how about that goes deep in my pockets? Can't Dandy have a bit of fun?
That's true. Dandy can have a little bit of a fun. Yes, please.
All right. Well, I'm having fun right now playing this game. Do you have more fuck, marry, kills?
I do. You want another one? They're going to get worse, by the way.
All right. Perfect. I think that one went great.
This one is drag stars Gia Gunn, Laganja Estranja, and Carmen Carrera.
Well, fuck, I'd marry them all.
You know, the judges, we will take that. Judges, we will take that. That is.
I guess so, but I will say, for my Dandy show, we tried to book Gia for this week, and we wouldn't work out, so she's dead.
Bye. Sorry, Gia. We love you.
But honestly, dead or alive, how could I pick which one to fuck? Honestly, there is no one fuck here, darling. That's thrice the fuck, and I think we just deal with that.
I'm into that. We can also do, I should have said that in the beginning, but Dexter Mayfield was on the show and he didn't want to kill anybody because I made him pick people that he worked with. So he wanted to do Kiki. So you can always throw a Kiki instead of a kill if you don't want to kill anybody. But
well, then I suppose we can't kill in this sense, right? That's what you're saying?
If you don't
so
want
I guess
to.
we'll just have to, we'll give Gia the role of my, long-term partner, marry Gia, and they'll just be non-existent and absent, just like in real life. So,
oh my gosh, I love that.
Might as well go with that.
I have one more for you, and this one is definitely my favorite one of the bunch. Are you ready?
All right.
Okay, this is People You've Worked With edition.
All right.
We got Trixie Little, Miss Exotic World. We have Arise Wanzer, friend of the show, and Michael Henry.
Did you have your intern making this as soon as we mentioned Arise? Quick, we got to put Arise's spot on.
No, I already had it. I'm that good.
Oh, wow. I'm in a bit of a tight spot here because I'm already married to one of these folks. And
so that's who you're...
I canceled. I eject. All right. Well, let's see. I fuck Arise, obviously, so Arise is definitely a sex symbol in not just the queer community, but the grinder community, which has more than just queer people on it. And so, so we'll fuck Arise, and I don't know who I want to marry, I guess, well, can I fuck Michael Henry too?
Yes.
Maybe I already have. He and I have been at many sex parties together. So.
I was going to say, there's no wrong answers, Dandy.
But I've definitely fucked Trixie Little. So I guess that counts as well. She does that whole banana dance. You see, we were rehearsing late one night, darling. She peeled my banana. We had a good fuck, and I said, why not? I think that I did kill her, actually. I buried her body in Nevada City, where she's currently starting a collective. And so she's doing fine as a corpse. In fact, I'd say she looks 10 years younger for it. The pale skin will do that to you. But, I couldn't kill my dear friends otherwise, unless I already had. But I'll fuck Arise. Now, well, I know Arise pretty well, so maybe marrying Arise, I know it would work out. Michael, wow, fuckable, pretty high strung, right? So being married together, who knows how it would go. Arise, just high maintenance. All right, well, I'd say that's a pretty roundabout answer of how I would fuck, marry, and kill each one of them.
That was pretty good. We like that. Thank you for playing Fuck, Marry, and Kill with us. I really appreciate that. Danzy.
All right, so you're sending the tape for
Oh no, don't worry. I'll make sure that
blackmail.
Aris and all of them see that. Don't worry about that at all.
You'll be tagging them in the afterwards. Please still all come on, Dandy and friends. As soon as we have an appointment scheduled, we'll still be. We have a very special fundraising show this week. Of course, is already set up. But you know, in the future, Tito, I hope you come back on and strip again.
You know that I will take off my clothes for you anytime that you ask.
I would be so lucky that.
I'm just saying, who would be lucky in this scenario?
Now, I don't know if you're confused, darling. That's not me in that photo.
Yeah, who is it?
That's my one of my houseboys, Ryan Fisher.
Yeah, you can give him my number.
Yeah, you see, that's why the Venmo, Ryan Fisher 15. He's my 15th houseboy. He's that is my body. He photoshopped his own face onto my body. But obviously my face is much paler, and I can't grow facial hair as masculine as that. And you see, I have perfect vision, born with it, great ocular health. And so that is, Ryan Leslie Fisher did that. Now he's acting, he's on banking duties, darling. He's a treasurer and he's in charge of my treasury. You see, while he's still a houseboy, as you can tell by his thirst, you know, he's on banking duty for, you see, the banker has passed away. So we found the banker dead in the kitchen, oddly enough. Strange place for the banker, but they were dead there. You see, the banker was boinking the baker, and the baker worked in the kitchen. But that pretty much, so donate there to the Dandy Fund.
Yes, please,
because you know we're doing a fundraiser this week, right? So we also had Burlesque Hall of Fame. We want some good donations for there, and then we're donating to Video Out on Wednesday. So the friends of the show are friends of Video Out, and Video Out is it was founded on being an archival coming out story, but then it sort of transcends, you see, into different initiatives as a queer, let's just call it an LGBT activism, not-for-profit organization. Friends of Dorothy, friends of Dandy, and friends of the show. So we're doing a fundraiser for them next on Wednesday time. We have all these fun guests. Of course, Laganja, Stranger, Carmen Carrera they're both guests on this week. Which
are you kidding?
Darling, that's why you put them in the Fuck, Marry, Kill.
I literally just picked them because I was like, well, they go together. Like, they're cute, and he's following them.
Well, I hope so. They'll be on Dandy and Friends Wednesday, darling. And it's a true story that Gia Gunn would not come on, so that's why we had to kill her and then marry her.
I literally...
murder and marry. It's my favorite trend.
I literally had no idea. That is way too perfect. I was just banking on the Reese, Michael, and... You know,
well, some friend of Dandy you are, darling. You must tune into these things.
I will absolutely. And if you want me to replace Gia, I'm ready to go. Call me Michelle Williams. For the show.
Well, come Tux ready. We're gonna have you pop in for a quick tit slip if you can't help it. You know, we'll throw something in at the end. I won't tell the organizer. And then I'll just
we'll see if it works.
Show some off.
I'm down. You know I will always.
Nothing we love more than a bit of arse. If a tit slips here and a nip slips there, we're gonna get a lick for Tito Bonito. It's gonna be fun, so you better believe it's Dandy and Friends fundraising show with Tito Stitch. There's something there, darling. You see, I love these conversations. We just workshop, work.
Yeah, you definitely worked that. I do have to say bye-bye to you, but I do appreciate so much the fact that you came on and look as good as you look right now, Dandy. I will definitely be watching every Wednesday, Dandy and Friends on Instagram Live.
Thank you, Tito, and I'll tune in for ye next broadcast and marry the same.
Please do. I love you so much, Dandy, Daddy.
Darling.
Have a great rest of your night.
I'm gonna go take a shit.
That's the perfect way to end that, y'all. I got 20 seconds to let you know that next week's episode is going to be the season finale of the Tito Bonito show, and we have the great Jeez Louise. So please come back and check us out. We're doing fundraising for the Burlesque Hall of Fame throughout this entire season. So I hope you make good choices, because I worry about y'all. Be kind to each other and yourself. Bye, y'all.